There are people working very hard. The candidates are working very hard. Other people are volunteering across this state to do the hard work of knocking on doors, registering voters, and making sure people know that the Democrats are back. And Wendy Davis, Letitia Van Depute, Mike Collier, our entire Democratic ticket can win in November. So thank you all. I get the pleasure tonight of introducing some of the folks that are going to speak to you a little bit. And the first person I'm going to bring up is somebody who, like Jan says, needs no introduction, but it's somebody that we all love and we can always count on. Now, I'll tell you, here we are in the heart of Travis County, the heart of the city of Austin, but we ain't in his congressional district. In fact, we're standing in a congressional district represented by somebody from Fort Worth. I know it feels a little strange, but I was just standing with Congressman Doggett, our congressman, and he'll always be our congressman, whether we're standing in his district or not. And I listened to him talking to one of his constituents who doesn't live in his district. And he said to her, and this is the ultimate truth about our Congressman Lloyd Doggett, he said to her, "You may not be able to vote for me, but I will always vote for you." Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Lloyd Doggett.
Thanks so much. Libby and I are delighted to be with you tonight. We're so proud of the accomplishments of Senator Watson with the hospital, addressing our transportation issues. I'd like to say he's the best state senator Travis County's ever had, but I don't want to go overboard since I once held that office. Well, it's great to be here with friends I've known since that time, and new friends, to be here with young people who care about the future of this country, and some who are just young at heart. This is really a place of hope right here. And every time we walk another block, we call another person who might not otherwise have voted, you write a check, you put up a sign, you expand that hope for Texas. And it's not just hope for Texas, it's really hope for our entire country. When you think about it, if we could reliably count on Texas being back in the Democratic column, what would that do in terms of the dynamics of the presidential elections across this country and the impact around the world? What we're doing here are the ripples that begin to have that impact on the entire United States. I recognize, of course, that there are other Texans who have some presidential interest. Last year, of course, we were on cruise control for much of the year. The biggest cut in jobs, billions, hundreds of billions of dollars lost to the economy because of a government shutdown, totally unnecessary, that he and every other elected Republican, including the one who contains this district, voted to keep the government shut down. And now we're surrounded by so many people who seem to be proud to do nothing and are next to nothing if there's a real crisis, who are the party of no. No facts are necessary, no solutions, no nothingism. I know my late mother, who watched the C-SPAN a lot, would have said of some of these Republicans, as I heard her say many times, that some of them seem to be nuttier than two fruitcakes. And you take a guy like Rick Perry, who's the other one with presidential interest. He looks very thoughtful, don't you think, in those new glasses? I don't know if they've improved his memory, but they don't seem to have improved his vision a bit. And so we've got a chance to do something about that right here. And that something is to join with the great leadership that Jan has provided, the many people that are already gathered here, and take out not only a Saturday night to share with our friends, but to take out a Saturday afternoon for a block walk this fall, or now, to take out an evening to come over and make some calls. That's really what it's all about. Some of us, Kirk, myself, many of the other great elected officials that are here, we have the honor on this team of having our name on the ballot. But we're all part of a team that makes a difference when we work together, and we have a big job. I've spent a lot of time with Senator Vanderpute in San Antonio, since I now actually do represent all of downtown San Antonio. She's a very dynamic state senator, and I know has been a great partner with Senator Watson. And of course, Wendy Davis, tremendous. And I believe if we work together and pull together, we have a potential by getting, if just a few women are listening to what Greg Abbott is saying and doing, if just a few people concerned about whether chemical plant next to their house is going to explode with Greg Abbott not revealing any of the facts, if they're listening to Dan Patrick, who's been kind of a Rush Limbaugh wannabe, going in one step further, we pull in some of those folks and folks that haven't participated with us before, and mainly we turn out the people that share our values. Just maybe with polling, very difficult, we can get just across the finish line. We can't afford a landslide, but we can afford turning Texas into a blue column. Yeah. And it's appropriate that this headquarters, this place of hope, is located right here on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. The 50th anniversary of Freedom Summer, a time we celebrate someone who put himself on the line to change America. And that's what we're about, carrying out that spirit of Dr. King, carrying out the spirit of those who stood tall against great adversity in the past, determined that we will bring the change that Texas and America so desperately need. Thank you for the honor of representing you in Washington.